What's going on, guys? Welcome back to an episode of Garage Edition. Today we are back on our door panels. We got everything lined up exactly how we want it. So right now we're gonna get ready to cover it with some fleece. Alright, so here's our door panel. Part 1 and Part 2 is in Garage Edition Season 3 playlist on our YouTube channel. Or my YouTube channel. I'm the only one who does videos. Alright, so basically what we're doing is we're going to cover this with this. It's like fleece. It's like stretchy material. So it's easy, and that's how we get the contours and curves and everything. Now basically this is just like a blanket. I actually bought it at Walmart. It was a clearance, so I bought a whole roll up for like a couple dollars. And basically, actually when I cut it, it's wrapped over too, so it didn't even take not even a half a yard. And when you put the resin on this stuff, fiberglass resin, it comes into stuff like this. Stuff that you can't, a box. So it'll look like that after we stretch it over. So, we're going to stretch this over. I'll just give you a quick rundown real fast. We're going to stretch that over. Under here we have a basic piece just like this. And I'm going to stretch everything over, take this piece, tighten it up, and then when we resin, this piece will hold this down and have this contour. We take this off, this is still like this, we'll resin that, and then we can sand it all down. I've got my Bondo, I've got my resin. Now this will probably have to take over overnight. Now I plan on using at least half of this can on here, because this stuff will soak in the stuff, and you want to soak in really good. I mean, put it on, the more you put and you get it through, the harder it'll get. And then when we put our Bondo and everything on, and I also have the fiberglass matting that we're going to stick inside. I'm not going to put it on the outside. A lot of people put it on the outside, and I mean, basically it'll look like that, and you have to sand it down. But we're going to take it and put it on the inside. I'll take the glove and we'll get it around pretty good, and we'll get this to be sturdy because it is going on the door panel. So basically, I don't have a staple gun that will go through this fiberglass, which really sucks. I was going to get one, but it's like a 40-minute drive just to go buy one. It was an air staple gun because my electric one will not cut it. But there's a trick I'm going to get away with it. I'm going to do it because I used to do it back in the day. This is actually how I done it. Hot glue. Now you're like, hot glue, what in the world? I'll show you what to do, but I recommend getting a staple gun because it's a whole lot easier to pull out a staple than it is to rip the glue off and re-glue it stuff. But we are going to use hot glue gun. That's going to be my way around that. But I also have to do another door panel because I want to see if this one turned out good. And we'll have the staple gun did because I think Tuesday I'm going to go get one. But I also meant to tell you, this is going to go right here because the door has a flat spot right here where the back seat used to sit, so I need this flat spot. This is going in a 97, but it has a 98 and up interior. We're going on each of the rear door panels, and the only way I could get the 3 6.5s, if you watch the previous other two videos, you will know we're putting in bucket seats in the rear of the Dodge, and we'll put bucket seats in the front. Bucket seats will be coming in. Hopefully next week I'll be doing an unboxing, so make sure you watch out for that video. There's a lip around there, so this follows it, and this will be stretched over underneath there. That way when we take your fleece, it won't stretch this up or move or anything like that, and we'll have a perfect area right there, so our door will shut good. And we'll just resin that down after we take the panel off, because all this will be hard. So what we're going to do is we'll start at one corner. I'll find the best corner that I think will be good. And always make sure to give yourself plenty, because you'd rather have too much. You'd rather be able to cut stuff off, because if you do all this, have everything good, and you don't have enough, if you pull it, you can break the hot glue on the dowel rods, and that'll cause one of the speakers to collapse on you. After you get it resin and stuff, you don't have to worry about it, because once you put the matting in, you'll be good to go. But make sure you give yourself more than what you need, because you'd rather cut off, I don't care, a yard of it, half a yard, then you know I'd rather waste than have to like completely strip all that off, and that's 30 minutes to an hour gone. Shouldn't take us that long to do it. Alright guys, we've got this glued around. This is all glued down by just a glue gun. I couldn't really hold the camera and do it at the same time, and my table shakes, so it would just be a big mess. But as you see, it's pulled tight, so it is going to look good. Now we will have to go back and sand it some. I know we will. We have to. And basically what we'll do is we'll just put a good coat of resin. Basically, this fit perfect on there. Right there is where it switches right there. So it's gonna fit good. I mean, what we'll do is we'll resin this, and I say we'll have to do the sides some. But like I said, we'll put this here. It pulled that tight, and then once we resin all the way around this real good, this will actually be stuck on, and then we'll just take this out. So let's go ahead and mix this up some resin. Real quick, I meant to do this. You want to put this around the edge of this, because if you do not, your fiberglass will stick to the wood. Resin completely good. Took five of that, a little bit over half. That's what I took. So that's $15. I used a whole tube of hardener, which you rarely don't use a whole tube with a whole can, but I want to dry pretty quickly. So a tube of hardener is $2, so that's $17. Pack of matting, we used a pack and a half, so that's $7. Like 20, we're probably about $30 into that one panel. $30. That's not too bad, actually. It's not bad. Well, about 37 because I didn't count the Bondo, but that Bondo should be well enough for do both of those. So at the very end, roughly between $80 to $100 is what we're going to be on these door panels. It is resined. If you see any runs, try to get them, because that means, but a lot of this is already getting hard because we did use a lot of hardener. Now I would suggest using like a lighter color material so you can see where it's been done at already. But I just went back, and you brush it one way, brush it the other, it leaves like there ain't none there, but there is a lot there. So follow me at GSparks11 if you want to see behind the scenes a lot of stuff. But we're going to let this dry overnight, and we'll come right back. Guys, it is the next morning. We let it dry here overnight, and I mean, I can't even push it. Push it down, I mean. I will tell you, when you're doing fiberglass and you use a thicker material, it'll be sturdy. But when you have a lot of curves and everything in it like this, and a lot of areas, it's stronger. Because if you have, just say, like a straight area going way up, it has a tendency to lose its integrity. But when you have it so it curves and everything like that, this is good. This is actually really good. Like, I can't even push down on it. Alright, so we want to go ahead and take this off. See how it turned out into here. Then we're going to go trim all this off. This is actually pretty heavy. Now remember, we got to go through here, trim this, because this does sit on the door panel. That's why I didn't put a lot of resin on here, because a lot of this part right here, like that, is stuck. Fiberglass loves sticking to itself. That's just, it's cocky and it loves sticking to itself. Anyways, and we're going to sand it down because we don't want to have any overlaps, because if you have anything overlapping, it's not going to sit on that too good. So I'm going to go ahead, unscrew this piece right here. As you hear my awesome rigging table, unscrew this piece, take it off, and see what it looks like right here. Alright, hopefully this comes off pretty good. Actually, we'll get the enforcer out and make sure it comes off real good. Alright, with just a little persuasion, I need to put more tape on there. You know what to do. If you make one, don't do that. Put tape underneath it, because I had to chisel it out a little bit. But no problem. There we go. Now, I'll take my knife and cut the tape. Make sure you don't cut into this. But as you see, we have a perfect flat panel piece where it will go on our door at. And basically, we just have to clean up all of this. So we got the panel off. Now I have to sand back here some. Before I want to do that, I want to go ahead and resin this, and we'll let this dry, because you don't want to cut into it or anything like that. But as you see, we will have the line marked. We'll sand all this smooth. Why it actually overlapped right there is because last night I put a little extra here. You can see where it's a little bit shinier. That's because it was already hardened. So remember, if you put some on here and you have a soft spot here, but it feels hard, it's got that texture, do it from the other side, because if you put it here, it won't soak through. It'll just be glossy like that.